Who would imagine that a small car accident could change the trajectory of my life? I lost my house, my kids, my husband, and my business. I was on my way to Connecticut to get my passport to go on vacation. By myself at a 5-star resort without 2 children, meddling in-laws, a husband that supposedly works 7 days a week, and possibly having an affair. So on the way home from getting my passport, a lady collided into my car as she was on my right side of the lane. So I immediately, we called the police, and they came, and I called my husband, and he said, maybe you should go to the hospital and make sure you're okay. So I said, okay, maybe I'll do that. So now all of a sudden I get a phone call from his friend, and he says, Denise, I'll be right there, and I'll take you to the hospital. Well, this trip to the hospital ended up being to the mental hospital. So I'm like, so he tells me, okay, I want you to wait in the car. His friend says, wait in the car while I go inside and make sure there's not a long wait to see you. I'm like, okay. So I sit in the car, and when he escorts me inside, the lady says, are you trying to commit suicide? I'm thinking, no, I just want to go on vacation because my marriage is falling apart. So now they keep me there for a while, and mental exhaustion is kicking in, and I'm waiting to be seen by the doctor. So now it's now midnight, and I'm being interrogated like I'm not allowed to go away without children, and why was I going by myself, and there's something wrong with me. So now the doctor comes in, it's midnight, and he comes on this big TV screen rolled in, no uniform. I don't recognize him as a doctor, and I say, oh, you grew a beard. So I guess my clarity was off, so they figured, let's just put her away. So now they strap me down into a bed, and I'm going into an ambulance, and I feel like I'm being kidnapped. I don't even know where they're taking me. So all I could think of is, how am I going to escape? So once I get into the mental hospital, I call my health insurance, and I ask them to cancel my insurance. This way they don't get paid, and I could just get out. So that didn't work, because then I guess they must have called my husband, and he must have reinstated it. And so now I have to call an attorney to represent me, because I won't take medication because now I'm bipolar. So I read my Bill of Rights and realized I'm not going to be mental research here. So now they now have to transfer me to the courthouse, and the taxi cab driver tells me, the day of the appointment, tells me, some people don't belong in here, and they escape through the iron gates, and they can't go after you because it's a liability. And I'm thinking, is he talking to me? He doesn't know me. I'm not the only one in this bus. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm paying close attention. So I walk inside to the courthouse. My aide must have went to the restroom. The security guard wasn't by the door. I look out the window, I see the iron gates, and I'm thinking, this is too easy. I walk out the door, I get close to the gate, and I hear them calling, Denise, Denise. And I just started running for my life. And I got out of there, I got past the gates, got to the front lawn to someone's house and knocked on her door and used her phone and got in touch with my attorney. I later find out that now there's an order of protection against me. I can't return home, and he changed the door locks. So now I'm evicted from my own house. I'm like, oh my goodness. So now I have to represent myself, go to court, and serve him divorce papers. So now, I was petrified. Like, all I could think of, like, there is no time for fear. There's no time you're just on survival mode. And all I could think of is the outcome that I'm looking for. So adrenaline was keeping me alive. And once I ran out of money and I couldn't afford this attorney $500 an hour for 2 years, and then trial, and then, well, anyway, I ended up having to represent myself. And I didn't really have much of a voice at the time because I was just always hated confrontation and avoided it at all costs. But finally, I got the courage to be resourceful, and I didn't even think I was smart enough to do that either. So I was resourceful, and I represented myself in court, and I didn't win custody of my children, but I could tell you this, I learned to be resilient, I learned to be patient, I learned how to find my voice. I also reopened my wig store. I learned how to reinvent myself. I had to learn social media marketing. I had to redesign my website, get my business back up and running. I opened up a second wig store, moved to Florida. I did that here, so my other business is in New York. And then I self-published a book and also bought a condo here in Florida, a rooftop, beautiful condo, rooftop lounge. So for those of you, you could feel defeated, you could feel paralyzed, which I did for a small moment of time. But now I could say I'm an overcomer. And I allow, now I feel, I embrace fear to be my friend. So I went skydiving the other day just to really embrace fear and use it to challenge myself to be even better than before. Thank you.